Hello YouTube. Let's learn how to send legally, if that website or search engine allow you, customize request to that search engine. You need to know two parts here. The first part will be not just domain, but how URL will look like with test parameter. Let's explain what I'm trying to say. So this is a search engine, okay? For example, test search engine, but that's not enough. That's just domain. URL will contain in many cases something like this. So question mark p and then some specific string that you are entering through some kind of HTML form or something. Now you're trying to automatize stuff. So this will be first part of URL. So that this here will be grabbed from some kind of script, for example PHP script, and this is just a domain. Now in another list you have that specific thing that you're trying to search on website, for example products or part numbers, something like that. In this case I'm just gonna use names of protocol. Maybe you're searching for some kind of tutorials, PDF files, I don't know. So yeah, telnet for example, and FTP and Usenet and I don't know, Gopher. Now how to concatenate any of these with this specific URL? It's really easy. We're gonna use for loop. So for some specific x in this list, in list of elements, we will just in this case print search engine plus that specific element in that specific moment of time when you're going through that list. So let's print this or run this little script, and there you go. Now of course for a couple of elements you can do that manually, but imagine that you have 100 or 1000 elements you're trying to search, or part numbers, something like that. Now definitely you need to use some kind of script for that, because you will probably be limited with attempts. So maybe you can use 100 daily or 1000 daily requests to that website. You have some kind of contract with them, with their database, whatever, and you need to pay attention about time spent between requests, because I will assume that you are doing things legally here. So yeah, now question is, can you take this and export to some report, because maybe you want to send that report to someone else, to a colleague or to another company or to database, I don't know. So let's do that. Let's export this to external file, and that file will be report txt. Of course we need to put that into quotes, because every time when you are dealing with file, it's not important if you're reading it or writing to it. You need to specify name of that file or path, and the second argument will be type of operation, which will in this case be writing to file. And when you're done with messing with file, you need to definitely close it, because you're trying to evade all kind of errors. Yeah, so let's change this for loop. So we will not print on screen, we will write to file, and because we are writing to file, we need to pay attention about next lines. So plus next line, and I think that we are good now. Let's run our script. No any kind of errors in the right panel. Let's check our file, which is report.txt. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, really simple stuff. Probably if you know a little bit of Python, maybe this is simple for you, but if you're a beginner, it's nice to practice on these simple, examples, because you will definitely run into this kind of things when you start messing around with a lot of automatization, because we're living in time right now when companies just don't want to employ new workers to do things manually. So maybe, perhaps they will employ one programmer that will do the job of 5 other people in a company. That's the reason, because programmers have nice salaries. So yeah, anyway, that was about it. Really simple stuff. Thank you for watching, and as always, thank you for support, and see you next tutorials.